we're finally at the final episode of The Wire. Crazy to say that out loud. But thankfully, this episode is an hour, 33 minutes. More The Wire for us. Let's get into this. Corchetti.
But if we...
McNulty's shit.
But how can you...
Jesus Christ.
So this means that, What?
So no one killed any homeless men?
No serial killer. Some were random killings, some were natural deaths that were likely manipulated.
My
But
God.
they're not linked in any way.
But why?
The detectives used the money to fund a case against the drug traffickers responsible for the slayings in the vacancy a year ago.
Last week's arrests and seizures were a direct result.
So, let me just understand this. So I've been going out there for weeks, slamming the governor for his neglect of the homeless and declaring how we will stop at nothing to find the person responsible for preying on the homeless. And all the hey, Norman, this is my ass here.
That's true, boss. But it does have a certain charm to it. They manufactured an issue to get paid. We manufactured an issue to get you elected governor. Everybody's getting what they need behind some make-believe.
The detectives involved will be suspended and ultimately fired at the least. Beyond that, a criminal prosecution on fraud and perjury charges is probable.
So what, you're saying we call a press conference and we say, hey, by the way, all that stuff about homeless people getting killed and the governor cutting the safety net and us doing everything in our power to catch the guy. Hey, guess what? The joke's on us.
Not to mention that the evidence against the traffickers arrested last week is tainted. That case could collapse as well.
I don't believe this. You two are on point here. Word of this gets down to Annapolis, the governor's going to wreck me with it. And if it comes to that, you guys drop on your sword, so help me.
How does word not get out once we suspend the detectives? Never mind sending it to the grand jury for a criminal case.
Right.
The cops that did this, they gotta go. You cannot be telling me I have to live with this.
Deputy, Counselor, if you two will excuse us, we are going to discuss this first as a matter of public policy. Until we can reason the best way to address this, do nothing and speak to no one about any of this.
Bruh.
If this becomes public in the wrong way, a lot of people who were legally responsible for the situation, good people who are nonetheless in a supervisory role here, are going to suffer. And that's not the outcome that anyone wants.
What Mike is saying is that we need to be very careful about how to proceed.
Wow.
I wish I was still at the newspaper so I could write on this mess. It's too good.
For real. Jimmy McNulty, man. Legend out in these parts. I love how the episode started with just Corchetti being silent. Just like not even having the words to even start explaining any of this. Because it's so like, it's so mind-blowing. Look down in the hole for the last time. The Life of Kings.
Lester, what brings you down? We don't have anything scheduled from you today, I don't think.
40,000 from the showboat on the boardwalk, 26 at the Borgata, 80 over the last year at the Taj Mahal, and that's just the Atlantic City casinos.
I like to play, so what?
You lost 3 times your salary over the last 2 years. I ran you through Sentinel Title and came back with 7 pages of liens and a 3rd mortgage you folded on 2 months ago. Gary, you're done.
What do you mean?
We found sealed grand jury papers in the houses of drug dealers, and we got people naming you on it. You have a problem, Gary, but you have friends in this courthouse, lifelong friends. Cop to the problem. Give up the names of those that bought from you. Disbarred? Yeah, no doubt. But you play it clean from this moment on, and we both know you'll probably walk.
Why did you look at me?
I ran the finances on everyone who worked this unit over the last couple of years. You were the only bogey. If the SAO wasn't so screwed up, they've been running background checks as routine. But I guess you knew that.
I always wondered if they'd get their shit together. But that's Baltimore, isn't it?
They never do.
So what happens now?
Well, for starters, you're gonna make a phone call.
McNulty, Freeman, anyone who has a smell of this on them should be gone. Before the close of business, they should be suspended, and before the end of the week, indicted.
I know, but...
But what? We're gonna let this shit stand because it'll hurt Corchetti to air it out? Instead of cleaning house like we need to, he's up there figuring out how to hide the dirt. I swear I got a mind to call the governor myself and just let it fly.
Cedric, you can't.
Why not? If I let this thing stand, I might as well just roll over and play dead for every police who knows about this.
Take a breath.
We cover this up.
Cedric, you can't do anything. Those are your detectives. They need someone to blame. They will measure you for it.
I don't give a
And they'll fire me. You heard Steintorf. I was in charge of this thing. I was on that wiretap. This is my career. This is everything. You go public, and it hurts Carcetti.
Everyone else.
Maybe he doesn't get to be governor, but he is still the mayor, and Bond is still my boss. And you know the weight will not fall on them. It never does.
Christ.
Everything I worked for all those years in that courthouse.
Damn, so much at stake.
Please.
Man, this whole season essentially is just how, I mean, starting from half of last season, this whole season essentially is just how you have the right intentions, but sometimes you just gotta fold, man, because of either because you're in between a rock and a hard place, or your integrity gotta take a little smudge. Because yes, he's very right to air out everybody, but yeah, she's mentioning everyone who will be at stake, everyone who will take the fall for like one person's one person's wrongdoing. Man, she said please. Yeah, he's not gonna do it. Because yeah, she has worked so much to make it where she's at. All of them have.
Even the parts about Sherrod?
Yeah.
Too much.
What good is a story like that?
Like what?
Like me, Sherrod, getting high and not getting high. My sister, all that in there. What good do any of that do to put in the newspaper?
People read it. They think about it, maybe see things different.
I don't know, man.
But if you don't want me to do this, I won't do it.
I don't know.
Look, Rupert, you can go public with this thing if you want, but your shop is going to come out looking worse for letting it happen in the first place.
The better move is to shut it down quietly and then deal with those responsible through back channels. We'll bury these guys softly and in a hole so deep no one will ever get close to digging them up.
I can see that.
Commissioner, do you agree?
Well, it is a little more problematic for me. The offenders are in my shop, are they not?
Have a word with you in private, Bill?
Hey, if Rawls isn't in, I'm not either.
Oh, I wouldn't worry about Bill Rawls. I believe he's about to have one of those road to Damascus moments.
I can see what you're thinking in there. I can see the gears grinding in that head of yours. You're thinking, hey, I might have some wood on Carcetti here. After all, there's no way they could pin the blame on me for this fiasco without doing their boy Daniels too, right? You're thinking we'd have to fire Daniels to fire you, and that wouldn't sit well given how much we've already sold Daniels. Isn't that what you're thinking? And so you're telling yourself that maybe there's a way for you to leverage this, to get yourself a full term as commissioner, to delay Daniels a few more years in exchange for you shutting the up and doing what you're told. And you know what, Bill? You're not far off. You do have a little leverage here, but just a little. And I wouldn't overplay your hand.
How would you play it?
I'd shut the up and wait your turn, and when Tommy gets to the State House, he brings you with him to be State Police Superintendent. Because while you may be a shade too white to run the Baltimore Department, you're just about right for the MSP.
I have your word.
And I have yours.
Politics.
Back channel is the way to go.
See, the police commissioner done fell off his ass.
Was it Paul or John that happened to in the Bible? Paul.
I need to see Mr. Presbo.
Someone will come down.
Presbolowski. It's been a while. Damn.
Are you a student here?
It's Donnelly. It's me, Daquan.
Oh, he grew.
Well, it's good to see you, Daquan, but you're not a student here, so I can't let you inside.
I just came past to see Mr. Presbo.
Well, he's teaching right now.
I know. I can wait.
Well, you're gonna have to stay outside, and after the bell, I'll tell Mr. Presbolewski you're out here for him, okay?
That works.
I'm gonna surprise you with something.
You already have.
I got a tip from an informant about a leak out of the grand jury unit. Sad to say it's checked out.
We know about the leak.
Yeah, but do you know who it is? Gary DePascale. Decent enough guy, but he's got a bear of a gambling problem and a bank of drug lawyers who are willing to pay for their look-sees. Troy Sanders, Marvin Bronfman, Dennis Cray, Sid Silverstein, and the pick of the litter, Maurice Levy. I kid you not.
Gary, is there a leak?
He broke right away. He's ready to give it up. Needed to. One-party consent call implicating Maury Levy.
Where's Gary now?
He went up to the second floor to hand in his letter of resignation. Then he went home to wait for the sword to drop. He's okay. He's better than you'd think. You know, if we can turn Levy and some of these other drug lawyers, we can route the drug money all over town. It's sad business, I know, but at least we know the truth now, right?
She's pissed.
The truth, you say?
Oh, Prez don't grow a beard.
Daquan, hello. Snatch box. Hey!
Damien, you lost your mind?
What is that snatch box?
I don't care what you said. You're gonna buy him a new sandwich. And past that, you're gonna go inside and ask Mr. Williams for a broom and clean that up. You understand? Right now, Damien, or you're mine for another week of detention. I don't want to hear another word.
Okay, Press.
It looks like you got the hang of it.
Mm-hmm.
What's up with you, Duquan?
Oh, ain't nothing.
You still at Southwestern?
I'm like needing a semester off, you know? I'm outdoors now. And, I was hoping maybe I could get with you, borrow some money, so I can get a place and some clean clothes and get myself settled so I can go back to school.
You're on the street?
I mean, I got some people ready to give me a really, really good place if I can come up with some money for it.
How much do you need?
A couple hundred. But if you can go 150 more, I can enroll in the GED program down BCCC. Then I can get my GED without having to go back to Southwestern. Then I can get my work permit.
I don't think you're eligible for a GED program if you're still of age to attend high school, Duquan.
Yeah, you are.
I'll tell you what, give me a couple minutes. I'll drive you down there. If you are eligible, I'll write a check right to the bursar's office down there.
Nah, Mr. P, you ain't got to go through all that. Besides, I really ain't got the time to go down there today. But, you know, I'm going to.
I can do it, Duquan, if that's what you want. And I don't even care about the money. But understand, I'm gonna go down to BCCC in a few days and find out if you're enrolled. And if you are, I'm gonna say, great, Duquan can come past with his certificate when he gets it. And we're still friends, and he can still rely on me. But if you aren't enrolled, then, well, I imagine I'm not gonna see you again, am I?
Well, Mr. P, I'm definitely going to enroll. You'll see.
I'll get my stuff. I'll meet you in the lot, and then we'll go find a bank machine.
Damn, I don't want him to lose this connection, man.
Jay, all I'm saying is we run down all the leads we had, all the office reports are in, and at this point, barring any new developments, I don't need all this manpower.
Last week you were crying for every swinging you could get your hands on.
Well, the case has gone quiet. There's no red ribbons, there's no bodies, there's no disappearances, there's not a word on the cell phone. This thing's useless.
So what, you don't want the wiretap either now?
The judge gave us 60 days. Once that runs out, then...
You were the one who was all Semper Fi for this serial killer, and now you're the dog.
Jay, I'm ready to work the case. But short of any new leads or developments, what the do you want me to do? I can't make shit up, can I?
Stupid.
It is what it is.
If I send the surveillance teams back, Jimmy, don't come crying for more manpower tomorrow, you hear?
Shit is like a war, ain't it? Easy to get in, hell to get out.
Say it again. Partner in crime.
Perlman knows everything. Daniels, too. They figured it out.
How?
I don't know.
Kima?
What are they? I don't know. She made it clear in no uncertain terms there's not to be any further homeless killings. Nothing more on this case whatsoever.
Does she know about Marlowe? That our case?
He knows everything. Daniels knows. They went down to the ECU, dialed up the wiretap number, and up pops Marlowe's cell phone.
Why aren't we fired? Why aren't we in bracelets? We gotta get out of here. We gotta think this thing through. Oh, Jesus fucking Christ.
Look, meet me down at Kavanaugh's in 10 minutes, all right?
I told you so.
Jimmy.
My man is worried.
How much?
That's sad, man.
200.
Damn, boy. Teacher must love your black ass. Come on with it. They're gonna put our testers up on Poplar Grove. We're gonna be late for it.
Man, that is sad. Oh, that is one elevator ride.
To be continued.
Did you read this? We are crediting our own coverage with changing the governor's mind? I'm already to the jump, and there's not a quote from anyone crediting us with anything of the sort.
Yeah, the gov is restoring funding, all right. That's because Carcetti's been beating the shit out of him on this issue. We're just an afterthought.
Whiting can smell the public service Pulitzer, huh?
Seems so.
You get a chance yet?
Yeah, I read it.
And?
Beautiful. No. I mean it. You got some real Joe Mitchell stuff on the page there. It really makes me feel like I know this guy and his world.
Part of the story about the kid still bothers him, and when he told me about it, he was just talking.
Well, you told me you're writing about him, right?
No, but I'm putting the guy's life out there. I just want to feel clean about it. You know what I'm saying?
I remember clean.
That's good.
Obviously, they're not in a hurry to go public because we ain't cuffed.
They're pretending on this case like we're pretending. Why?
Carcetti, he's exposed on this.
How? Just blame it all on us, on the department.
To kill us, they'd have to kill Rawls, Daniels, and half the chain of command, and he made those guys. It's his police department. So he opens himself up right when he's out there running for governor.
So they want us to do what? Run this thing down quietly? It's no problem.
6 months from now, after the election, they might decide to open it up in grand jury, so we can still go to jail. And if not, I expect to be back in the pawn shop unit, and you, my brother, are gonna ride the boat.
So what?
Are they gonna let the case against Marlowe and his people stand knowing what they know?
Well, why wouldn't they? It still works on the seizures and cell phones. It works without the illegal tap.
Yeah, it does. And they made a big deal about dropping Marlowe. They called that press conference and linked him to all the bodies.
For them to drop the case now.
You know, you think about it. We got almost as much on them as they do on us.
Investigation done.
It's like a sweater with the threads hanging off. Pull any thread. Mostly exaggerations and too perfect quotes, sometimes on the record. I called some of them back, asked if they really said those things. You know what the city housing commissioner told me about the quotes in the flipping story? He wished he'd said some of them, but that he'd never been that smart in his life. Someone takes the time to re-report this stuff. It'll get ugly. What are you gonna do?
I don't know, Robert.
Keep my name out of it.
Right.
No bail. They're claiming a propensity for violence and witness intimidation at the bail review, trying to have you held as the kingpin.
They can do that.
They can try. Depends on which judge they draw.
So I don't got no bail for Chris, right? I mean, he got the murder warrant.
Well, neither.
Damn.
Too much weight in his car, and he's on parole from the 04 charge. The best I could do was spring Mr. Wagstaff on $300,000.
You sure that kind of money?
Put up his uncle's house on surety bond for a third of it. Bondsman is fronting the rest on a fake lien. Right now, the important thing is not bail, though. The important thing is this. I need you to tell me who else knew your clock code.
Told you. Me, Cheese, Monk, Chris, and the supply. That's it.
No one else.
No one else even had my cell number, except you.
There's a lie in here somewhere.
I ain't lying.
I don't mean you. Look, the police say a source told them that you were re-upping on the day. And word of that might have slipped out. That's possible. I mean, if you were wholesaling all over town. But they only grab your cells when they arrest you. And then they have to go get warrants before they can look at the photos on the phones. It's only when they get to the photos and break the code that they have enough to type a charging document for you or Chris, right? I mean, you aren't caught with drugs. But they had arrest warrants on both of you within a couple hours.
Right.
Which means that they broke the code almost instantly, in no time at all.
Or they did it before.
Why tap me?
My investigator thinks so. But he says he doesn't know for sure which unit ran the tap or who manned it. It doesn't add up.
You getting out? You ain't. You hit the streets, you round up as much muscle as possible and get that boy.
He did Snoop because he knew we was on him.
He knew we was on him because he didn't want to talk about the damn re-up. Get your together, man. The bondsman came in with Levy.
All right, I'm on it.
He's out here writing science fiction.
Hey, pal. Pal, you all right?
Okay, here it comes. The dreaded crab claw.
You know what happens when crab claw goes?
It's bogus, Jay, I'm telling you.
Oh my God, the reporter.
I gotta go. I have to keep running the string out. I have no choice.
You said the bosses know.
Yeah, some do, some don't. The ones that do want us to keep pretending. If we stop pretending, then... Listen, we'll finish this tomorrow night, okay? See you in a bit.
Damn, just raw dogging the crab?
He's got you. Yeah, well. I mean, he's got what you're about. The guy likes you, that shows through. I mean, you know, he's saying that this giving back that you're doing, he's putting that up against Sherrod. And, you know, he ain't letting you off the hook for but he's just putting it all out there, you know, the good and the bad.
You know what? The bad don't bother me to have out there. I know the bad. I ain't lying to no one about the bad.
Scared of somebody calling you good?
Damn.
A lot of folks volunteer places. A lot of folks share meetings. Plenty of wake up every day and not get high. Man, making me sound special for doing what the I need to be doing.
I see.
He's a psycho.
You can hold back from the suffering of the world. You have free permission to do so, and it is in accordance with your nature. But perhaps this very holding back is the one suffering you could have avoided. Franz Kafka. Who's he?
Some writer.
Read his books?
No, but you remember Flubber? He handed that to me the night that he had me start leading the St. Martin meeting. I kept it ever since.
What do you mean to you?
You want these?
Yeah, my man said he need it back, not to make any copies. He's saying he ain't supposed to show it to me before it goes in the paper. I mean, if I let him.
You gonna?
Thanks for the crabs.
Yep.
Describe the driver.
White, 6 foot, not heavy, not skinny either.
Clothes?
Nothing I noticed, kind of nondescript.
Nondescript.
Surprised, I guess. I just thought, whoa, what's he doing?
Funny it being you to see this.
It's weird.
Right.
If an interview doesn't run late, I'm not even here tonight. Mind if I get inside? I gotta check in with my desk. You need anything else, you got my number.
Yeah.
This is the monster you created, McNulty.
That guy's an a**. This smoke count can't remember a thing. Only motherfucker he remembers messing with him. Fella found him. Whatever happened before that, it's anyone's guess.
Hey, someone trying to kidnap you? Drag you into a van?
Okay.
Who was trying to hurt you?
My father. But he was a drunk.
Detective, there's a vagrant over here. Says he saw something.
Uh-oh. Expose him.
What'd you see, fella?
McNulty. Johnny Weaver, tactical.
Why'd you say so?
JW. Trying to keep you cover, huh? That's better if everyone down here thinks they're one of the regulars, right? Anyway, what's the ruckus with Petey?
Drunk?
Yeah.
Some reporter says he's going into his building. He sees a guy trying to drag him into a gray van. Right?
Yeah, Petey was laying there for 45 minutes before that preppy even parks his car.
Thanks.
No problem. Hey, give me $1 to make it look right. Hey, Jimmy.
What about the reporter? Could charge false statement, you know.
They lock up every liar. There's no room in BDC for anyone else, right? More trouble than it's worth. Jay, it's horse. I'm going home.
I think his sister's gonna invite him upstairs.
Put on some crabs.
Already made dinner.
Put it in the fridge. Cold for lunch tomorrow if you like. Nah, I can't eat them all.
Alma is on the phone with police PIO, and they are telling us on the record and off that they are discounting any report of a possible abduction.
That may be, but that doesn't mean they're doing their job, and it doesn't mean we shouldn't.
Our job is to report the news, not to manufacture it.
Fuck you, Gus.
Nice.
I know that they're jealous of how much play his stories get, but the truth is...
We cannot run this.
Talk to him, Gus.
Are you suggesting that Scott made any of this up?
You ever notice that the guys who do that, the Blairs, the Glasses, the Kellys, they always start with something small, you know, just a little quote that they clean up, and then it's a whole anecdote. And pretty soon they're seeing some amazing. They're the lucky ones who just happen to be standing on the right street corner in Tel Aviv when the pizza joint blows up and the human head rolls down the street with the eyes still blinking.
The pictures were sent to him. The police have confirmed.
It always starts with something true, something confirmed. But then you got a son of a who just happens to be walking in the Guilford entrance when the mysterious gray van comes.
Gus, this has gotten personal between you and Scott, and it's affecting your judgment. I'm moving the story through the state desk. You should go home. Think this through. We'll talk in the morning.
Are you dumb? Stupid question. What the hell?
Maybe you won a Pulitzer with this stuff, and maybe you got to give it back.
It's in my notes, Gus. Everything that happened, everything that guy said when I got to him. Every last word is in my notes!
So it's true because it's in your notes?
Home earlier than I thought.
For real?
Yeah. Home.
You hit again.
Who did?
Serial killer.
Get a grip.
You don't believe me? Check out his left wrist.
You with me again, Bo?
Copycat. Call McNulty, get him down here.
Why is there always a copycat, man?
Going over the charging documents on the Partlow Stanfield drug arrests, problematic to say the least.
How so?
They grabbed the phones, and minutes later, they've cracked an elaborate code that implicates everyone. No one's that brilliant. Not in the BPD, anyway.
You don't know Lester Freeman.
I know what I know. And this feels to me like an illegal wiretap. You guys were up on those phones and tracking my clients long before they went near any drugs.
Untrue.
We get into discovery, and I'm going to have no problem knocking down that about a source of information. And my sources around here tell me that with all the budget cutbacks, the only wiretap you all have had up this year has been on the homeless killer thing.
Sources? Title IIIs were supposed to be secret, Maury. Are you saying you have a source of information inside the courthouse?
It's a figure of speech. What I'm saying is that there's in the blood of your case. And if you wait until this goes past indictments, I'm going to run wild with it. We should talk, out of court.
Just trouble for everyone, man.
Is it enough? You have enough?
It has to be. Should be. I mean, you can't look at everything that Robert found, at the pattern, and not see what this guy's about. You know that. I know that. Well, you don't think so?
I think that if you do this, these son of a will do you.
I want to say, though, I love how the story at the newspaper is kind of parallel very similar to the story of Daniels and everything. Because like Daniels, from the moment he heard about what McNulty did, wants to make everything right, but it might backfire, blow up at his face and others. Gus as well. Gus wants to expose Lil Homie for like fabricating stories, but like his friend here just told him like it might backfire a little bit. It might backfire because he said if you do him, they might do you.
Sorry, there's been another homeless murder, South Baltimore.
Careful, Gus. I can't protect you. Dead for a while. You're not gonna sue him, Jimmy. From the fact that the ribbon ain't red, and the simple fact that you don't need another body because Marlo is locked up. I got nothing to do with this.
Oh, wonderful. We've eliminated one suspect. You see what you started here?
The bosses are gonna toss it back to you. No doubt.
Bosses knows.
What?
Daniels knows. Perlman too.
How the you? How much longer?
Can you give us a minute?
How are you not in jail?
I don't know. The lie's so big, people can't live with it, I guess.
Jesus Christ, Jimmy. I told you. I told you it was gonna come to this. You played with fire, didn't you? And now we're all getting burned.
This one killed and left in a vacant lot. Did somebody not get the message?
Dominoes, man. They all fall. Daniels to be continued. Ooh. Consequences.
You're not killing them yourself, McNulty. At least assure me of that.
Good question.
And the one you disappeared?
He's okay. Last I checked.
Good, that's a start, I guess.
I thought you got a message.
Copycat. I got nothing on this one.
Jesus. How'd you do it? How'd you get him by the medical examiner?
Some are real, I just linked them with the ribbons. Some I juked as strangle jobs. If it matters, I know now.
What you know now? This was all for money, McNulty. You couldn't live without the OT.
The Stanfield case. It was that.
I know where it went, but you got paid, too. You and Freeman and maybe a dozen other guys.
Wasn't about the money.
Down the road when we settle on this, and we will settle on this, I don't expect any of you will ever see another hour of OT again. I don't expect any of you will be doing police work ever again. And the only reason this isn't before a grand jury right now is because our mayor can't live with that. Oh, yeah, the mayor knows your name.
So this is your last case. Work it.
If you're a head detective you think you are, you'll put this one down fast and take us all off the hook. The longer this goes on, the worse the payback's going to be.
God.
Well, what does he really know?
What he knows now isn't half of what he'll learn when we get to Discovery. They won't be able to produce a credible source of information.
Well, they don't have to if it's not a registered CI. A source of information is
If he can raise doubts in a judge's mind, we could be compelled to reveal our source.
Damn.
At that point, we're giving up the wiretap,
And he gets the paperwork from the phone company.
which has Stanfield's number on it.
God.
Royally
The only thing we can do is barter.
Then barter. This can't go to court.
We do have some leverage.
What?
Let's just say Mr. Levy has problems of his own to deal with.
Marlo?
Make this go away. And the mayor will not forget that you did so. Nor will I.
Jimmy, ass up and help us with this.
Well, that would seem to be the newspaper's problem. Get another call about a grave hand. I'm burning that newspaper building to the ground.
Huh. What?
The homeless guy from days ago. What was in his pockets? You got business cards?
Yeah, but every card has an alibi.
Let me see.
I thought we were done with this.
It's the same one from the reporter.
So, where you going with this?
Hey, I think it's down.
Well, you ain't that good.
McNulty, what's up with that?
You okay, Gus?
Yeah, I'm good.
He's contemplating it.
It's empty.
What's empty?
The
The pad
notes.
he waved at you, saying it was all filled with notes. It's empty. Every page.
Thanks.
Good job. Oh, yeah. Can't take this shit no more.
What the is that about?
About to find out.
Uh-oh. Alma TV has police on a sweep of the homeless under Hanover Street.
I'll get right to the point.
Please do.
Mari, hey.
Yeah, hi.
You have Stanfield, right? He's your client?
Yeah, him and his people.
Well, I have some stuff straight from the grand jury that you're going to want to see sooner rather than later.
Is this a Title III case?
You're going to find it interesting, I promise.
All right, when can you meet?
Tomorrow, after work. Same money, right?
Yeah, the money's the same.
Good.
We can grand jury Gary DiPasquale tomorrow, along with that one-party consent call. Or, here's the deal. No court trials. Partlow pleads to all the bodies in the vacants and takes life. No parole. We'd want the second shooter too, but Pearson's beyond that now. Metcalf and Wagstaff plead to possession with intent. Stanfield takes 10 years on conspiracy.
Oof. You're blackmailing an officer of the court. The moment you came in here and offered that quid pro quo, you were guilty of obstruction of justice.
You're right. I could get 6 to 8 years. And for bribery of a state's attorney and the violation of grand jury secrecy, you could see 10 to 12. I'll be out a couple years before you, Maury. You come home, first round's on me, I guess.
So you'll let me walk to keep this case out of open court? The file must be dirty as hell. The conspiracy charge on Stanfield falls without the cell phones, and you and I both know that if someone does some digging, they're going to find an illegal wiretap, and you're going to lose the phones.
Everhart, 274, Maryland 459, or Ceccolini 435, US 268. Lying cops don't automatically kill a case.
But that's a lot of risk on appeal, and a lot of dirt for your office to show. No. You're scared of the light. Partlow takes his chances on the legit murder charge only. The conspiracy count goes, and Stanfield and the rest walk.
Stanfield walks, but the case goes on the Stead docket, not dismissed outright. And although I can tell you there are people in this city who can't tolerate a scandal at this particular moment, that dynamic changes after November.
Elections.
After November, no one is going to care as much about showing dirt. If Carcetti wins, he's in Annapolis. If he loses, he's an incumbent mayor who can take a hit or two. So you tell Mr. Stanfield that this is his only window. Partlow pleads to all the murders, and both lieutenants plead to the drugs. Then Stanfield retires. He's done. We even get the scent of him on the street ever again. This case comes off stat and goes to trial.
Damn.
And if we have to put a few cops in jail right behind him, so be it. We'll bring the evidence and take a hit. Client walks away now, or the both of you don't walk at all.
What a deal.
Let's go. Let me get up.
Oh, it's mine.
It's yours, I know.
He's the one?
Hey, do you have a card? It's not a card.
We met before. Do you remember?
Liar? Black liar?
Why'd you kill your friend?
He drinks. He's always drinking. Yeah.
But you put a ribbon around his wrist, like the others.
Yeah.
Did you see that on television? The ribbon on the wrist. Did you hear about that from other people? Why'd you do the thing with the ribbon?
Nobody understands. You don't understand. I always know what I'm going to do before I do it, okay? What? I always know what I'm going to do.
Did you kill the others? Did you kill all of them?
Every one of them. I did it because I knew I was going to do it. I've killed millions. And they all killed me.
Yikes.
So you did all the murders, huh?
You're a coward. I can tell. Hey, do you have a card?
Dead end.
Jimmy, reporter's in there waiting for a photo already.
What?
Gee, he's... I know he is, but the newspaper made such a fuss, the major wants us to jerk him off just to say we did.
Hey, detective. No gray van either.
What?
He doesn't have a gray van. No gray van. And he didn't call you on the phone either, did he? He didn't call you the first time. And he didn't call you the second. I did that. You mortify me in front of my father? And those pictures you got? I took those. And the missing guy, he's my second cousin. We sent him up to Atlantic City with a roll of quarters. You know why I can tell you all this? Because you lying. You're as full of shit as I am. And you gotta live with it and play it out for as long as it goes, right? Trapped in the same lie. Only difference is I know why I did it. If I can figure out what it gets you in the end. But hey, I ain't part of your tribe.
You're not serious. You
No. No, I'm a joke. And so are you. Now get the out of here.
Incredible. The shame.
You walk. Precedes the murders. Every last one takes life with no parole.
No parole?
No shot, but they've got him cold on the one with the DNA. Can you sell that? Is Chris loyal?
Yeah, as long as I take care of his people.
Cheese and Monk are looking at up to 20 for the drugs, but there's going to be no assets investigation, and you come home with all your money.
And why they let me walk?
They don't want to, but there's some in their case, and they'd rather not show it in court. And here's the rub. If you stay in the game, they will. They definitely will. Right now, with an election going on, they're willing to give you a buy. But after November, if they even think you're still a player, they could take this case down off the shelf, and the case might not be enough to keep you free. You understand?
Is he gonna do it though?
Give up the crown.
That's the deal, kiddo. There's not a lawyer who could get better for you.
Give up the crown. He's really gonna do it. Well, he got no choice, but...
You are a gold mine to me, you know that? You've taken this law firm to a whole new level.
Me?
Don't tip me to that bad wiretap, I got all kinds of trouble. But now, if Marlowe takes the deal, he's gonna get a walk after being charged with a multi-million-dollar drug seizure. That doesn't happen very often. And when it does happen, the name and number of the defense attorney goes in the front pocket of every respectable drug trafficker. You're a genius for what you brought me on this.
Just doing what I do, right? You need to know something, all you gotta do is ask. It's what a detective is, right?
You should come over for dinner tonight. Your vet's making brisket.
Your house?
You're Mishbuka now.
Wow.
If you say so.
Wow. Wow. That's all I got to say about that.
It's down.
Not that this thing is ever going to trial. The guy has NCR written all over him.
Can't argue. Padded room at Clifton T. Perkins is definitely called for.
He go for all of them?
No, sir. It's the last two.
He denied the others.
He ain't exactly denying anything in there. I mean, he'll cop to anything we damn please.
Then go back and get it.
Excuse me?
If he's NCR, what the is the difference if he cops to 2 or 6? Either way, they tie his arms and feed him green jello.
Sir, he did the last two.
You are a cunt hair away from indictment, and you see fit to argue with me?
I did what I did, I know. And now I'm standing responsible for 2 fresh murders. I know what I've done here. I'm not doing this.
Never too late, I guess.
And all of our citizens can rest soundly in the knowledge that the man responsible has been apprehended by the diligent efforts of investigators.
Mr. Mayor, is he being charged with all of the murders or just 2?
It is my understanding that...
We are charging the last 2 incidents, but it is my understanding that he is suspected in all of the crimes, and we're waiting for DNA test results. Indications are that he may be mentally incapacitated, and therefore additional prosecutions would prove redundant.
I would also like to credit Deputy Commissioner for Operations Daniels with not only bringing these cases to their proper conclusion, but also for solving last year's slayings in the vacant row houses. He has given us such excellent work that I think that now is as good a time as any to announce that we will be sending the deputy's name forward to the City Council for confirmation as Baltimore Police Commissioner. Acting Commissioner Rawls, to whom I am also extremely grateful, will serve in an advisory capacity pending new responsibilities at City Hall.
Burketti. Trash.
You should be working the main bar in the arrest with Oma. We're gonna want your byline in this coverage.
Yeah, I don't feel so well. My stomach. I think I gotta go home. Sorry.
Yep. When you've been caught, what's the point? What's the point?
Having ducked the bullet on that homeless mess, I want you to know that the mayor and I both appreciate your discretion. But right now, we can't take our eyes off the ball when it comes to crime overall. Looking at your weekly UCRs from the districts, I am not seeing the kind of decline that's going to measure out to a 10% drop in the quarter.
Boy.
They're clean.
Excuse me?
The stats are clean. They're gonna stay clean. Either we fix this police department and the crime goes down, or we don't, and the crime stays up.
Commissioner, we're talking about a little help. In the next couple quarters, that's all.
No, I can't.
You're quiet on the homeless fiasco, but this makes you squeal? What the?
Tell the mayor his debts will be clean before the election, after the election.
You're right. They can't fire you. Now without it bouncing back on City Hall. If you don't mind being buried in some backroom unit, you can stay for as long as you can stand it. Or until you get the pension. But at the same time, I can't let you do police work. Not anything that's gonna find its way into a courtroom. I won't do that. For both of you, that's over.
Honestly, anything that is not sending both of you to jail, just take it on the chin and shut the f. Because for what you guys did, and I say Omar, R.I.P. Omar. For what you guys did and Marlo gets to walk, don't even say. You should be telling her thank you.
So Marlo walks.
Or you go to jail.
And you couldn't do any better but leave you. I mean, giving up the money.
Right.
I got what I could. You lost the money trail, Lester, when you decided to start coloring outside of the lines. This isn't
On me.
What do you mean you sell?
I'm selling the Connect.
How much, yo?
10 million.
God damn.
Well, I'd bid if I hit 10 for more than one of y'all. If y'all think it ain't worth that, I'll stick that back in my pocket. Y'all can go back to running that stepped-on New York.
You don't mind me asking, why you selling? I mean, even from inside of here, you could take a slice with just laying in the cut, nigga.
Ain't gonna be in here long. Case they got against me already falling apart. But the truth is, I'm done with this gangster shit. I've been there, done that.
You're something else other than a gangster.
Businessman. Yeah, it's all shit wrapped around my head neither. Anyway, y'all can't get my price up, maybe y'all pull y'all money. But supply only gonna deal with y'all after I make the intro. Then I'm out.
Marlo, man, trying to... What he just said about businessman literally made me think of Stringer. Stringer the businessman. Obviously, that's the deal he got, but to them, he's just making it look like he's just out the game. Cap. Serious cap.
I thought Daniels was your boy. We both got a problem if crime doesn't drop. Carcetti loses the State House, and you aren't mayor. And even if he wins, Nerys, you're stuck with a police commissioner and won't work with you.
Oh, I'm not stuck with anything. Daniels either comes around or he's done.
We just anointed him. We can't go back on that now. He knows it.
Either he learns his place or he'll be offering to resign. Oh, you ain't the only one who knows how to play this game.
He's natural police. Yes, he was. And I don't say that about many people, even when they're here on the felt. I don't give that one up unless it happens to be true. Natural police.
Who is that?
Good Christ, what an...
Oh, here's his partner in crime.
Wow, she's back. Good to see her back.
Come on, Lester, come and snuggle. Without secret, Jimmy, I got Sardine with me.
He gave us 13 years on the line. Not enough for a pension. A true murder police. Jimmy, I say this seriously. If I was laying there dead on some Baltimore street corner, I'd want it to be you, standing over me, catching the case. Bullshit. Because, brother, when you were good, you were the best we had.
That's a nice send-off. I'm glad that was acknowledged, though. Like, when Jimmy's on his... Yeah, he's the best one out there. You remember how he brought everything together with the season 1, with the docs? Even while he was on the boat, he figured out to start the whole investigation. Like, when Jimmy's on it, Jimmy's on it. He might didn't come to his funeral. They all smell like liquor. Daniel.
How did Nerys Campbell get it?
You think I asked? You think it even matters? She gave it to me because she thought you'd listen to me.
So now they want me to go.
Well, the way she expressed it is that she wanted you to stay if you could come to your senses.
Come to my senses.
Play ball.
She wants me to juke the stats for Carcetti this quarter and the next. Hide the crime, get him elected as governor, and make her the mayor.
So do it. Burrell juked them before you. FrankFreezy before him. And after you go on, Rawls or whoever will juke them. So what?
I'll swallow a lie when I have to. I've swallowed a few big ones lately. But the stacked games, that lie, it's what ruined this department. Shining up and calling it gold so majors become colonels and mayors become governors. Pretending to do police work while one generation trains the next town not to do the job. And then... I looked Carcetti in the eye. I shook his hand. I asked him if he was for real.
He said...
Oh, this is the lie I can't live with. If I do, then Nerys has me in her pocket whenever she wants me. And I'm no good to anyone like that.
Then go.
Right.
Withdraw for personal reasons or health reasons. Whatever. You've got your law degree. You're not gonna starve. But if you don't go, they'll wreck both of us.
There's not enough in here to indict me. And the joke of it is, I've seen enough the last few days to have them indicted.
For what? Then use it, Cedric. Or at least threaten to.
People will get hurt. People I care about.
Then you're done. There's enough in that file that you'll never make it through confirmation hearings. And enough so that my career is dead before it even gets started. The tree that doesn't bend breaks, Cedric.
Been too far. You're already broken.
Back to him. It's so interesting that on both sides, it's like on both situations, Cedric is on both situations, like he is fine going down with the ship, right? But he has to consider the other person. that is in there with them, and both of them, his ex-wife and his current partner, as well as other people. But left to him alone, if he was the only one taking the consequences, he would go right along with all of it. I like him. He's one of my favorite characters from this show, man.
Hey, I was wondering where you was.
I didn't know if I should come out on this here.
Why the not?
It was me who told Daniels. I didn't want to do it behind your back, but it had to be done.
Right.
Anyway, it's great being on the job with y'all. I just wanted to say that too, I guess.
So what? You ain't gonna drink with me?
I am if you want.
Detective, if you think you need to do it, I guess it did.
He got a home to be at. Good job, Kimo. Good job, Kimo.
Milton came with 600, and Lil Glenn is in for 3.
I got 5 from me, and I got 5 from Chinaman to cover.
We still short 900.
I can go with that, no thing.
What? Where you get that kind of scratch?
You don't think Cheese know this here game? We selling dope and coke in Baltimore. Any of y'all ain't got that kind of money need be ashamed.
You're still putting up more than your share with this.
The way I look at it, we all gonna be more than paid once we own the Connect, so.
We was good when your uncle had it. You had to go ahead and put up with Marlowe.
See that? See now? That's just the wrong way to look at it. Cause Joe had his time, and Omar put an end to that. Then Marlowe had his time, short as it was, and the police put an end to that, and now it's our time, mine's and yours. But instead of just shutting up and kicking in, you're gonna stand there crying that back in the day.
Jeez.
There ain't no back in the day. Ain't no nostalgia to this here. There's just the street and the game and what happened here today.
I hate him.
You right.
When it was my uncle, I was with my uncle. When it was Marlowe, I was with him. But now...
Ooh, talk to me. Yay.
What the you do that for? Now we short the 9.
That was for Joe.
This sentimental just cost us money.
That was for Joe. I hate his ass, man. Get the out of here. Why did he even let him finish his whole speech? He should have cut that monologue in half. Man, Slim Charles, man. Slim Charles. Because yeah, now his whole crew, his whole crew with Marlowe backing him is done. Marlowe is walking, Snoop is gone, Chris is behind bars for life. So like, yeah, shut the f up, talking about. Someone said that I had it coming. Jeez, where did all that end you, man? Trash. At least he didn't lose this. Go get a job at Foot Locker. Marlowe made the news. Businessman.
Hey, Alma.
She quit?
I just heard.
The Carroll County Bureau? That's how they punish me? Why not just send my ass all the way to Pennsylvania?
What'd they tell you?
That I did an excellent job. That this had nothing to do with anything but trying to make the county bureaus stronger.
That's some bull.
I didn't tell them about the notepad. I left that part out.
I told them. When I heard you were in trouble, I went to Whiting. Told him I thought you were right about Scott. I told him about the notepad. Did he make all of it up? The calls from the killer? The pictures?
Some, not all.
Why?
Look around you. The pond is shrinking. The fish are nervous. Get some profile, win a prize. Maybe find a bigger pond somewhere. Whiting, Clevenell, Templeton. They snatch a Pulitzer or two and they are up and gone from this place. For them, that's what this is all about. Me, I'm too simple-minded for that. I just wanted to see something new every day and write a story with it. You'll write your way out of Carroll in no time, watch.
About as fast as you edit your way off the copy desk, huh?
Shout out to you, Alma. You did great.
Congratulations, Sergeant Gitter. I know you'll do well in these two. Glad I got to do this at least. Congratulations, Lieutenant Carl.
Thank you, sir. I'm just sorry it won't be you I'm serving under.
Word gets around, huh?
It's on WBAL today. Said you're leaving for family reasons.
I guess they got some kids somewhere I don't even know about. They say on BAL who they're sending up as acting commissioner?
Say it ain't so.
Ladies and gentlemen, as what may be my last official act as a Baltimore police officer, allow me to congratulate all of the promoted officers, their families, their fellow officers, and their friends.
Yeah, Lieutenant Daniels is the kind of stand-up guy you want to be when you grow up, you know? He's like, I ain't playing this. I love it. So happy for Carver.
Good job. Proud of you.
I love that they remained friends. Who is that?
I need the OT.
Yeah, now you got a shooting with no wits, no suspect, no prayer of it going to black. Picking up the phone like a goddamn rookie. Shame on you.
Stop squealing like a... Make sure you don't step on that shell casing behind you.
I ain't gonna kick no shell casing behind me, right on the side. I'm gonna step back and kick no damn shell casing. They all marked with letters and numbers.
Oh, he's gonna go find that dude.
You remember me? I brought this guy in a few weeks back. Just wanted to see how he was.
He wandered out after a couple nights. Sorry.
Where do the homeless go around here?
Different places. Down by the river, over in the warehouse district. Some of the places I don't really think it would be safe for you to go.
Police. Well, it used to be.
Wait here. I'll see if I can find you a map.
Thanks.
Come on, Mr. Butler.
And if the major could find his ass with his hand, he'd know that we have more than enough to be up on a pen register. Lieutenant Carver told him so. But if he isn't trying to shut this thing down. All I'm saying is a phone call or two and you're gonna find out that they're getting some kind of pressure from somewhere to sit on this thing. Even though we tied 3 killings to this crew.
Does the police commissioner know?
Him? He wouldn't know police work if it took down his front door on a warrant. Just, keep my name out of it.
New Westport is like Howard Street 10 years ago. Except the land's cheaper, and there's more potential for mixed use because of the waterfront location.
There you are.
You can't put a price on a water view. Oh, yes, you can. You definitely can.
Andy, he's got to meet Tommy, and they're leaving early, so let me borrow him for a moment.
Sure, no problem. Nice to meet you, Mr. Stanfield.
You know who you were talking to? Andy Krawczyk. Very connected, very good with development around the harbor. He's someone you're going to want to know well. Do not get in a room with him alone. You want me in there with you, believe me. Otherwise, guys like that will bleed you. No, I want you to meet Tommy Flanagan before he leaves.
Yeah. Give me a minute. I need to,
Bathroom?
Yeah.
Down the hall to the right.
My boy looks sharp in the suit. Again, he's making me think of Stringer and Avon. You know, I mean, he didn't go out of his way to embrace the businessman lifestyle. It was kind of forced upon him because of the deal that was made. But the way he's already putting his ear down, making connections, being adept, is crazy. It's like something Avon could never do, didn't want to do, you know? So it's so interesting seeing how Marlo is like rising up to the challenge instantly. He accepted it quick too. In his head, he's probably like, money is money. Oh, seems like he's leaving. Did I speak too soon? He a gangster through and through?
But next time, I want you to make sure that you watch this money and don't grab it.
Don't do it to yourself.
Michael?
Time to get that up.
Do you know who I am?
Name's Vincent. Used to be Marlo's bank, but Marlo ain't around no more. And you still moving money for other players. So, I'm thinking some of that money need to be mine.
You just a boy.
Don't play.
That's just your knee.
Don't play.
That's doing business, gentlemen.
Oh, you the new Omar now? Boy, you better leave town.
8, 9 there, and they all got 9s.
Is
but
that right?
You all
You looking at?
You.
Do you know who I am?
You know who I am?
Okay, John Wick. Oh, he got hit. He got a rush. Crazy. Yeah, he couldn't do it. I found him. What you doing on the bridge? This is gonna be our last shot. Oh yeah, we need one more montage to end the season.
Better watch your back. Gotta keep the devil out in the hole. You got the fire and the fury.
Trash. Trash. They met the connect.
Okay.
Oh wow, he got it. Oh, he's still there. Yeah, he's a good replacement for Gus. Frank Shabaka.
The angels sing.
Ah, Dookie.
Your hands are so cold.
Hey, lawyer man. Chris. The boys, them, the ones that took the fall.
Thank you, Governor. Happy to be aboard.
Governor. Hey, he's at the table.
Jesus, mighty soul.
Jesus.
And they fill you with
Dookie. We've seen everything from all the seasons. Baltimore.
Larry? Let's go home.
Good job, McNulty. Wow, that's The Wire, man. Hit his theme music one last time. So Marlo is not leaving the streets. He loves it too much. The pump of adrenaline he got when he got cut. This tasted the blood too, like wow. So Michael became the new Omar. I'm so sad for Dookie, man, because he basically lost that connection with Prez, because Prez told him, hey, if you're lying, it's probably the last time we'll see each other, isn't it? It's so interesting how the reporter got rewarded and the people who were really trying to stand for something like Alma and Gus fell down. I mean, the way the deal went, where like Lester and McNulty had to go to jail if they wanted Marlo to stay there, it's because yeah, they went through an illegal route. Man, here we are at the end of The Wire. Thank you all for watching over this last couple of months. It's been great. It's been great. I will see you in some other show or movie. Appreciate all your patronage, appreciate all the words of encouragement, all the comments, everything. We finally did it. We did it. Thank you all. Peace.